Hey guys, it's Jesse. Welcome back to another episode of Comics Gathering. Um, Today we're going to be back on Arena, and today we're actually going to be taking a tour through one of my favorite standard decks, and then we're going to go ahead and run it through a league, see how it does. So this is currently the number one deck of the meta right now. It's making up about 30% of the meta according to Goldfish, but I have loved this deck since it came out. I have Korvold as a commander. I love Jund Sacrifice. And this is going to be my own personal build. This is, my configuration. There are people who, they don't play Gem Razor. They don't play Massacre Girl anymore, but I still think these cards are really important. It's nice to have a little catch-all against like mono red tokens and stuff, and normally you should be able to outvalue them, but sometimes you just draw bad, and having it out is nice. So these are my ratios. This is my take on the deck. I also main deck one Casualties of War just in case it can net you that surprise blowout. Mana base is fairly standard. You got your Fabled Passages, all your shock lands, a single Castle Lockwing. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we are going to run this through a league on Magic Arena, and we're going to see how it does. So let's go ahead. We'll hop over here to play. We are going to find standard event. Boom. All right. All right. So let's see how this does. All right, here we go. We got our first opponent. Mink? I don't know. It's a little bit of a slow hand, but we do have an oven. We got some lands. We do have the ability to get red. The opponent kept a hand of 7. We probably shouldn't keep this, but I'm gonna try it. I got a weird feeling. Yep. Alright, well, we will start with forest and an oven and pass turn. So our opponent led with a swamp and a serrated scorpion. Now it's a blood crypt, so we're probably looking at Rakdos Sacrifice here. Yep, there's the oven. Alright. So let's actually slam this and go get a red source so that way we can shock into Mayhem Devil the following turn. Get our single mountain and pass it back to our opponent. I'm curious to see. Okay. Yeah, it's looking like they are purely Rakdos Sacrifice. I feel like by now they would have slammed a forest if they were in the Jund variant. So we will pay 2 life, slam a Mayhem Devil, and pass the turn. So I feel pretty good about this setup, because the other reason I like playing Gem Razor is the ability to snipe an opponent's oven. Because now they have double Mayhem Devil, and that should be a horrible problem, because that makes this serrated scorpion basically unblockable. They're gonna take mine with a claim. So I guess we're going to have to sacrifice in response, which will trigger all the devils. So I've been going back and forth between Gem Razor, because Gem Razor does need a target, and obviously, so we're going to take the risky line here. We're going to Cauldron Familiar. And then we are going to mutate on top of that to kill our opponent's oven. So now, of course, we don't have cat oven shenanigans that are, you know, bonkers, but we have a way to block Mayhem Devils. Okay, so they have Priest. They have another oven. It's not looking good. Obviously, we can't really sack anything with them having the double Mayhem Devil, because that'll just drain us even faster. So, let's go Blood Crypt, Korvold. We're going to take some damage here. This might have been the wrong line. This might just put them in range enough to kill me. Yeah, I think I just punted that entire thing. Let's see if they do. Trigger, trigger, pings me twice, I go to 5. They sacrifice this to that, pings me twice, so yeah. I just gave them damage. That was a punt. That was a punt. I haven't really played the mirror yet, or, you know, similar mirrors. I've been playing against a lot of other decks, so good learning point here. Maybe don't slam Korvold when your opponent has double Mayhem Devil out. Yeah, do you see it? Did you do the math? Yeah, they did the math. Okay, they saw the line. Yep, they put me to 1. And then they just sacrifice next turn. We'll go ahead and concede the first game. Oh, that feels bad. Bad feels. Bad feels. That was very dumb. Very dumb. Cloud Head. Oh, this is a really good hand. Yeah, we will keep that. We just need a sack outlet, but we're pretty set. Need a sack outlet, need a red source, but other than that, we're looking pretty good. Opponent leading on a mountain and a spear skewer, some sort of mono red shenanigans. And the enter tapped. No attacks, we'll pass. So they play a swamp. So is this like black-red burn? What you got, opponent? Because this kitty cat is a problem for you. An opponent just passing the turn. So let's go Mayhem Devil. And the next turn we'll stick Woe Strider. No attacks. Can't really do anything. Opponent didn't ping in the end step, which is interesting. I don't know if they forgot or if that was intentional. Huh. So, what else you got? Okay. Pings both of us. Something with the cost reduction then. Skewer, okay. Another thing with cost reduction? Nope. Nope, just passing the turn. Alright. So we'll play Castle Lockwayne. We're going to play Woe Strider. Trying to hold this Gem Razor. Until they play an artifact of some kind, or an enchantment, but I don't know if they're going to, so we will see. Get in Pass the turn. So the question here, I guess, is during their end step, do we sacrifice the goat to aggressively scry? Trying to find like a Korvold or, you know, an oven or something? Or Carnage. 3 damage, discard 2 cards. That's unfortunate, but okay. I guess we discard the land and the casualties of war. We'll keep this. So, let's go to combat. Swing in with Woe Strider. Okay. They take the damage. I'm just going to play Gem Razor as a 4/4 with Reach and Trample. So then I have multiple things to attack with. And we're just going to pass the turn. Opponent's got us Hellbent, that's fine. I will scry during their end step. Let me go ahead and set a stop. Set a stop. The only thing that sucks about discarding that land is we can't start Castle Locked waiting for more cards. Oh, and our opponent plays a Guildgate. Okay, a Dreadhorde Butcher. So there's some sort of weird... This has to be like an entry deck, right? This has to be like the... Is this the Rakdos starter deck? Kind of feels like that. Okay, we'll take an oven. An oven helps out a lot. So we will play this oven. And then we're going to swing in with these two. If they'll ever let me move to combat. Okay. Well, they're going to learn what trample is. All right, opponent, what you got? Opponent thinking very intensely. Goes with a Spawn of Mayhem for the Flying Trample threat. But they're at a lower life total and I have a cat, so that seems sketch. Boom. Meow. And now I have a Mayhem Temple. So we will pass. Yep. We each take 1. But that's still not big enough for Spawn to get in. Because I just block with this, sacrifice the cat, and blah blah blah, ping ping. So we will sack that. Trigger. Oh, come on, be stupid. Kill my cat, kill my cat, kill my cat, kill my cat. Do it. Yes. Thank you. They should have put that damage on me. Oh, and they don't attack. Nice. There we go. We will bottom that swamp. And then return the cat, submit. And then my turn. And then I'll just pass the turn and let their spawn kill them. For champion level rudeness. Oh god, that was mean. I shouldn't have done that, but it was fun. Alright. That made me feel better about punting that first game super hard. Alright, claim. Go on to the next. Alright. Next opponent, Evan D. He might be looking to give the D, but we're looking to just take the W. I will keep this hand. So, a lot of the more modern versions of the deck have cut Treacherous Blessing. I think that's wrong. I love Treacherous Blessing, the raw card advantage you get, and then you're still playing 3 Korvolds. You just sack it to Korvold. And so the damage really is rarely ever a thing. They're going to shock the goose. Shock the goose, bolt the bird. That's amazing how much... As everything changes, nothing changes. If only there was like a spell that was grab, so then it could be grab the goose and you'd have the alliteration. That would be nice. Just like bolt the bird. So, swamp. Treacherous Blessing. And then the next turn we'll just play a forest and slam a couple ovens, take some damage, that'll be fine. Cathartic Read. Are they on some sort of Arclight Phoenix deck? Oh well, we'll find out. Yeah, they're on some sort of Arclight Phoenix brew. Okay. I mean, that's a hard cast Phoenix. Nothing I can do about that right now. So now we have a way that we have a line that if we need to kill this Phoenix, we can sack this food and then pop Mayhem Devil with the Wishes Oven, and it dies. We gain some life. So we'll see what they do. If they try to go off, dump their hand, and then animate a bunch of Phoenixes, or what their line is. Okay, so step 1, and then because they're just trying to eliminate the Mayhem Devil, so we just gotta pull the plug on this plan, make them. Yeah, okay, cool. So Goose, take some damage, make a food. Okay, weird. I mean, I'm a Korvold deck, so like, I'm just trying to get to Korvold. And pass the turn. Sprite Dragon. Get this free snipe of a Sprite Dragon here. I don't. Yeah, we need Korvold to close out this game. I'm gonna play that tapped, and then we're gonna get real risky here. Slam the second Treacherous Blessing. And then Mayhem Devil get in and turn. And then I think next turn will just be spent eating food. To offset all the self-inflicted damage. So Cathartic Reunion. Sure. And they discarded a Radical Idea. Plays a land. Opt. So, how many Arclights they got? One? One isn't scary. I can take care of one right now. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they discarded second Arclight. Okay, so they have 2 Arclights. That's a little bit more scary. So, we wait for them to attack. We go to block. So we block one with the goose. Block. Oven. Trigger. Kill the one that's getting in. And then Oven Woestrider. Kill that Arclight. Take no damage. So we're going to take a little bit more damage here. But shoot the bird. We're actually going to pay 2 life. And then pass the turn. So we will eat a food. I'm going to deal those to him. Gain some life. My turn. Eat a food. Eat a food. Crackling Drake down. Go to combat. Slap him. Play this land tapped. Pass the turn. I feel like we're in a pretty good position. He either needs to find 3 spells to chain together to get his Arclights back again, or... Yep, okay. Beacon Bolt. So we will oven one of those. go. And then my turn. Let's escape Woe Strider. Take 2. Immediately sacrifice the goat to scry, ping our opponent. Fabled Passage. Actually, we're going to leave that on top. We're going to play Treacherous Blessing Part 1,000,000. Ping our opponent. And then we will Oven Woe Strider, trigger, ping him for 1, make a food, activate, ping our opponent. They're out of here. Alrighty. And that's how you grind them down. Alright. 2 wins, 1 loss. Let's go on to our next one. Alrighty, here we go with our next opponent. Razgriz. So we open up with a bonkers hand. We are going to snap keep that. That is amazing. That is super good. So we will go Blood Crypt, Cat. We'll both start the game basically at 19. They also go Swamp Cat, but we're going to go Goose, Oven. Sure. Enter. So, opponent's still just on mono black. They got an oven. They must have drew the oven. Whoops. Boom. Alright. Drain him a little bit more. We're both at 18. Play this priest. We'll need an old priest and a young priest. Go ahead. Get in with our putty tat. And end the turn. So now we have a nicely developed board. Our opponent's missing at least 1, if not 2 colors. And they're out their cat. Woe Strider for the opponent. Yep. Goes ahead and gets a goat. So we will oven our cat. Would you like to Woe Strider in response, or Witch's Oven? Can I bring my cat back, or are you going to sit here forever? Boom. land. Let's go Blessing. Draw 3. So we have these spicy claim the firstborns, but no targets right now. So we will just pass. So they're in an awkward position here with Woe Strider and this goat, because the minute they sack this goat to scry, I can priest and make him sacrifice the Woe Strider. So he needs a second creature to help protect against that, so he doesn't have to get rid of basically his biggest blocker, because then I can just start hitting it with the cat again. But what he doesn't know... Oh, he found his red source, so I can definitely say this is probably just the Rakdos one. He has a Mayhem Devil. Okay. What's your line opponent? So then, my turn, we're going to go Oven. I'll take a point. Claim the firstborn on your devil, which is going to force him to Oven his Oven or Woe Strider his devil, one of the two. Yep, he gets a ping. If he's smart, he'll go for my face. Okay, he's going to target the priest. That's fine. Brings back his cat. Sure. So I think here we're going to priest a little more. And then pass the turn. So then the real fun starts next turn when we slam our own Mayhem Devil and just ping out all their stuff and then start hitting them. Oh, they got a castle locked, Wayne. Dreadhorde Butcher. Priest. Okay. Get in for some draining right here. Get them down to 13 and get me up to a nice healthy 17. All right. If our opponent would just allow these things to resolve, we could do this faster. My turn. Oh god, we hit a second Mayhem Devil. So, any sacrificing he wants to do, he probably wants to do it now, before I start killing all his stuff. basically going to force him to sack his board. Okay. Boom. Okay, and they just scoop it up, realizing I have them outplayed here. Good, 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 good. Makes up for that horrible punt of mine in the first game. Yep, get our prize. We're moving on. 3 wins, 1 loss. Move on to our next round. I have no idea what that was. All right. Our next round opponent, Dad Plays. Assuming it's Dad Plays Magic. Sure, let's keep this. Seems fine. We got an oven. Next turn, play a forest, slam a priest. Opponent leading on a Temple of Malice tap land. That's got to be unfortunate. Alright, priest. Pass the turn. Savai Triumph. So is this like Mardu humans? Let's play another oven. Get in for 1, pass the turn. A good Treacherous Blessing right there, but I want to wait. Try to stick as many spells as we can before we Blessing to minimize damage. Alright, opponent shocking themselves with Banishing Light. I'm assuming you're gonna... Oh, okay. You know, you just do that, right? Yep. Okay. So let's play this tapped. And then we'll Treacherous Blessing. Look at all that. So much juicy spells to wreck our opponent with. And a force. Alright, opponent with another Savai Triumph Lava Brink. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Odd or even? Odd. Okay. Seems like it'd be smart, right? Cat. Woe Strider. And pass the turn. Oh, so it's like a Human Hero Precinct 1 deck. Got it. Okay. Kudrow? Yeah, that seems pretty spicy. Yep. Well, that's going to make this Massacre Girl feel really good. Walk. Sacrifice to Scry. Ooh. So this Cauldron Familiar is going to be a lot of help. And the fact that we have this extra food. Ooh. Okay. So then my turn, draw that, play this forest, and Massacre Girl? And yeah. We'll just... Boop. And pass the turn. Alright, opponent, 4 cards in hand. What you got? No. No. Because then he gets the giant killer into exile and can cast it. Sure. Pass. Witch's Oven, sacrifices cat. Bring back the cat. Alright. Play a forest. Play Mayhem Devil. And there they scooped. I was debating if I wanted to play Gem Razor and just have him as a big threat, but my opponent made that decision for me. Alright. Doing pretty well. Let's see what else we can do with this deck. I mean, I suppose there's a reason that this deck and variants of this deck currently make up 30% of the meta. It's probably the most resilient engine, and it's... The nice thing, though, is the deck list is not homogenous. Like, there's so many different variants, just there's the core engine, and I think it's so good between the cat, the goose, and the oven. Like, those are what make this deck... we will keep this handed because it's really good. Opponent starting off with the plains, and they have a companion. They're still trying to play companions. Oh, okay, so it's the cycling deck. So let's go kitty cat against the fox. They're going to cycle, they'll get in. But I have a feeling they'd have 2 cards to cycle and get in through the goose anyhow, and I'd be shocking myself to do that. So I kind of just want to hold off till we can get this Woe Strider, stick a claim to Firstborn, take their fox, and sacrifice it for value. I think that's the line here to handle the big thick fox. I think on my turn, depending on what I draw, is probably going to be shock myself with Stomping Ground, play the goose, get back a cat. I'll use the cat to chump here. Just to kind of help keep the life total up. Yeah, okay, so pay 2, goose, and pass. Now this turn they'll slam a land, they'll probably cycle 3, the fox will be huge, cat will come back for the chump, that's fine. Then we can play, hopefully if we draw a land, then I'm going to just, I kind of want to just wait till we have the 4 mana to play both. Yeah, that's a Valiant Rescuer, okay. So then just cycling 1 this turn then. Yep, Draenith Healer. Trigger, realize that maybe going tall when I have an infinite blocker, or can have an infinite blocker, is better than, or going wide is better than going tall here. Actually, pass. No blocks. We'll just take our beats. I'm going to actually use this for mana. We're going to go Shock, Woe Strider, claim the Firstborn, get their fox. Next, attack with their fox. So they chump, and then we sacrifice the fox to Woe Strider. There's an oven on top. That's beautiful. And we'll end the turn. So I really like the position that put us in. I feel that swung the tempo away from them. They do have us on card advantage, but I think they will always have us on card advantage. It is the cycling deck. So they commit very few resources to the board, and then they just cycle. And the only way they really end up committing all their resources to the board is if they just cycle into a bunch of lands. So they're going to go with Healer, and they're actually going to play it. And then you get a cycle of 1, or do you have a land as well? Okay, cycles memory leak. Trigger. Sure. Is this like an ultra budget mono white version? That'd be horrible, because you don't even get Zenith Flare, which is like the whole point of building this deck. That, or they've just somehow not hit red mana, which I mean, it's possible, but that seems really unfortunate. And they're not going to attack, which is probably smart. And my turn. So now we're going to go Oven. What you thinking about it? You have something to cycle. Okay, go for one. Sure. Goose. Part 2. Pass turn. Cycles. Trigger. Sure. Opponent continuing on their going wide plan while also gaining life is annoying. But hopefully, yep, we can just get to Korvold here, and that won't be a problem. Yep. They must have... Wow. So they're either mono white or they are just having a really bad run here and not finding red. Because I've not... They have cycled red cards, but I've not seen them cycle a Stinger. So they're either sitting on a bunch of... Like, oh, God, that must be horrible. Yep. No attacks. I want to cycle at least once on my turn so you can make the thing. So we'll go ahead and cat here. Boom. We got to start getting our life total back up. Why did you cycle that there? You could have waited till my turn and gotten another dude. Keep that Blood Crypt. My turn. We'll play this tapped. And then pass turn. What you got, Spartan Grip? I wonder which Spartans. Like the Master Chief. Oh, cycle in the Fox. Startling development cycle, gaining life, but I don't care how much life you have, I'll still beat it down because you have no way to stop this Korvold in the air. Yep. Is really this tilted? Or are they just like out of nowhere, if they play a single mountain, they just Zenith Flare me for 1,000,000. Alright. There's a mountain. Finally. It just took him 27 cards. Make a food token. Opponent intensely reading Witch's Oven. All that to... I feel like this opponent isn't very well versed in how these games go, because they're making some interesting decisions. And hey, we drew the land anyhow, so all right. How do you deal with a 5/5 flyer that's only going to get bigger? Unless you want to... Can you Zenith Flare me out of the game? Yeah, it looks like they're just going to get the Zenith Flare victory. I can get up to 15. I could have played more conservatively. Yeah, no, okay. That was... I mean, they didn't have red mana for so long. So it was either they were just sitting on a Zenith Flare and knew that was the only way to win, and they just had to wait for me to play down, or... I don't know. That was a weird match. Weird match, but they got it. Alright, here we are with our next opponent. Opponent has taken a mulligan. We'll keep the 7. We have turn 1 Goose and turn 2 Woe Strider off the Goose, so. Scorch Spitta. Please let this be mono red. That would be hilarious. Sure. You want to waste a removal spell? Go for it. Light up the stage. Did they keep a super greedy one-lander? There we go. Woe Strider. Yep. Sure. You get him. You stomped his ass. Oh, I meant to block with the goat, but I guess not. Tapped. Oven. Pass. Pass to attackers. Resolve. Pass to blockers. Block. Block. Turn the goat into food. Yep, you light up the stage. More bone crusher. Sure. Light up the stage. So I'm just going to let him empty all this onto the board. Please, please, please do. Because I want to massacre girl you into oblivion next turn. Okay, stomp. Xanax. Okay, so step one. Fabled Passage. Step 2, Massacre Girl. Beautiful. Pass turn. Yep, Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher. Korvold. Yep, take a point. Eat the treacherous blessing. Pass turn. Opponent has drawn a lot of land. Steam Boy. Oh, Embercleave. Yep. Yeah, no, that's just going to get it. Embercleave is still a very powerful card. The Korvold was not enough. Sometimes you just get cleaved. It's good, it keeps the format in check. Alright. So that's with my own build. We went 4 and 3, not bad, not bad. I think we can do better, especially since I punted that first game. So some things that I play in my version of the deck that are a little different. We'll pop it up here right now. Nobody's playing Gem Razor anymore, which I kind of get, but I kind of don't get. Because you don't always have a valid target to mutate onto, so maybe cutting this is correct. A lot of them, I saw a build most recently that was playing. Hold on, let me pull up the card so I don't get it wrong here. There were, yeah, it's that one. Okay, so pull it up on screen here for everyone. If I can type. Apparently I don't have any copies of this card either. There we go. So it's this card. Awaken the Urshroud. It's a 5-mana sorcery that each player discards all cards in their hand and then creates that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. The build that was playing this is a 3 Korvold build, so I feel like they're just grinding, and they get the goal is stick a Korvold sacrifice a bunch of stuff, grow your hand, then cast this, discard your giant hand, and make more 2/2s than your opponent can handle. I don't know how I feel about that. I do think it's spicy. I just think that there's a lot of things that go wrong on that plan. I do really like Massacre Girl in here. I don't think I'll cut her, but I might cut the Gem Razor, and maybe put in some more Woe Striders. Maybe go up another Claim the Firstborn. Let me try to think. Again, they don't play Treacherous Blessing anymore. They are much bigger on Trail of Crumbs. And so, yes, this is another way to get yourself food, and in the late game, it does turn into card advantage, so when you're sacrificing your food. So I can see how they can pick this over Treacherous Blessing. I think this is the much more risky card, and this is probably the more consistent card, but the immediate payoff of Treacherous Blessing can really just catapult you ahead. However, if you don't win the game shortly thereafter or get rid of this with Korvold, maybe this is the better pick. So I'm going to continue tinkering with this deck. Like I said, I love this deck. I was playing this deck before it became 30% of the meta, and I will play this deck until after it rotates out, or until it rotates out. I would probably even find a way to play it after it rotates out in Historic. So that being said, that's going to be the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.